I did it. It's pressed. It has been pressed.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
It's like it's happening all over again.
Chris, are you ready?
On Kingmaker. Okay, wait. Can we start again?
Yeah.
Take two. Where's that three?
I need to drink water. My voice is being weird. I don't know if I can do this again.
You,
It's not
you
taxing.
okay?
You know? Okay. Here goes. Last season on Kingmaker, Cassandra Walker, Aldous Falstaff, Ziu Wolfcaller, and their leader, the almighty, talented, and sexy Nalrod Radvage, each received a charter of glorious adventure from the King of the Void. They set out on a mission of exploration, glorious conquest of a land south of the Void, known as the Stormlands. The party faced many perils on the road, including ruthless bandits, ferocious wild creatures, and terrifying teenage drama. Luckily, in every instance, the mighty Nalrod led the party to victory time and time again. Once Nalrod had finished single-handedly clearing the Stormlands of evil, the party set forth to defeat the mighty Staglord, ruler of all southern bandits. They encountered heavy resistance at the Staglord's heavily fortified and almost impregnable castle. But thanks to Nalrod's expertly crafted, flawless, tactical master plan, the party managed to defeat the Staglord, freeing the Stormlands from his evil reign.
And no one remembers how we did it.
I'd be surprised.
Incredible.
Who knows? Not important.
First, look at it.
All right. So we're going to need to be doing an epilogue for the very end of the chapter, and we're going to be continuing
really
off
want to get to the second chapter.
right from where it's not a huge amount of time. But the Staglord has just been punched out and then promptly filled with bullets, and is dead with some whiskey dripping out of the sides of his lips.
Filled him with daylight.
And he's there on the ground. You guys are standing around in various states of beat up or not. Because Cassandra had just woken up, but I think she's still stuck to the wall. And Akiros actually is going to walk over and
I'm just gonna say
help
right away, she
Cassandra
passes
down.
out.
All right.
Passes out. Gun falls out of her hand. Flies across the room.
However passed out she is, Akiros is gonna feed her a potion of healing to help her out. And what are the rest of you doing in this time? And remember, you guys were looking for Falgrim Sneeg, who you thought was at this location. And you guys haven't identified all the random thugs here. And then
We also haven't really identified Akiros.
Hey
Have we?
guys,
Alright.
just saved one of our party members.
All right.
That's-
Anyway,
that would be the
yeah.
first person. I would-
Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, in the location, there's the huge guy that Nalrod knocked the fuck out, and then the guy wearing various like belts and stuff.
Who was electrified for no reason and then passed out.
And then the Staglord himself, and they've all got loot on them. So, but yeah, Ziu was talking to Akiros. Akiros himself seems to be sweating kind of heavily, but also very relieved. And he's just gonna, if you confront him, he's just going to hold out his hand to give you a handshake and say, "Oh, glad you guys got here."
I'll take his hand and shake it, but I'll also say, I thank you for helping us, but we still need to know, who are you?
He is actually going to, sorry, just a second. Yeah, he pulls out a holy symbol of Aristil, that he has tucked away in a pocket that seems to have been hidden, and he holds this out, and he said he used to be a protector of a town to the north, but was framed for adultery and murder, and kind of fled down here, and this was the only job he could get, as like all of the cities up north heard news. It was involved with some of the people there. Actually, in fact, Aldous, you actually recognize this guy based on the stories about the paladin who slept with like the mayor's wife, when that wasn't the case at all. As well, Akiros explains that wasn't the case at all.
Sure.
And he seems to be, and none of you all believe him really well. He doesn't seem to be lying. He's completely genuine. He just still seems to be breathing kind of heavy. He was seemingly very nervous. But he's doing his best to help out Cassandra, and he'll actually give another potion of cure moderate wounds to anyone else. And actually, the potion he picks up, he actually nabs off the big guy lying on the ground, and he's going to give that to someone else who's injured.
I don't remember.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
recall
I'm sure
who had damage.
some of you are injured to some extent. So
I'll assume Cassandra has some hit points and is not bleeding. Okay.
and
I think the most damaged one besides Cassandra would probably be Nalrod.
Yeah, probably.
Nalrod needs no magic. And then he walks up to him and secretly tries to get a potion from him.
Hey.
from who?
The man everyone is looking at and speaking to.
Yeah, that guy.
As you nab it from him, he just like lets you have it. Like, even if you like pulled it out from like his sack behind him, he just lets you have it and doesn't really pay attention. So you might actually believe that you've stolen it from him.
Is this why they call it this?
Kind of. He kind
Nalrod drinks the potion and then takes the bottle and throws it down on the ground and goes, "Brah!"
Oh my god.
I like this potion. I'll have another.
Akiros says
Another!
I'll have another!
Akiros says he likes your excitement, and he says you look like you need another one even. Sorry, what were you saying, Anthony?
Oh no, it was just a half snort laugh.
Oh, okay.
Cassandra takes a damage from the broken glass and passes it out again.
God.
Is anyone
back.
gonna?
No, stop beating me up.
God, is anyone gonna ask him questions?
Yes.
All right.
Hang on, let me think of questions.
Yeah, it's been a while.
All right. Ask anything.
I haven't been Ziu in forever.
Also, you're in kind of a
Okay.
cramped settlement full of knocked out and/or dying dudes. Also, there's like an owlbear over there that somehow was destroyed, and like one really big guy.
Yeah, and actually, what's going to happen is Akiros is gonna head out into the main room and just kind of start looting the huge guy, and like looks at the owlbear, seems fairly impressed, tries to kind of push it back into its cage.
In other words, he's taking Nalrod's loot.
Nalrod, your loot.
and very quickly as he's doing this, he's gonna look back in your guys' direction and just say, "We need to get out of here quick." How many other of the Staglord's troops are probably still out there, do you guys think?
I think we did a pretty good job of dispatching them.
We really have
there's
no
some
idea.
guys still tied to a tree right now. We should probably go see them.
Oh
Tight
right.
to a tree. Are they gonna be showing up here?
I'm sorry, that
well,
wasn't.
he can't actually say that because he's unconscious.
That was in character. That was me going, "Hey, you would know this, Aldous."
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that Cassandra's passed out now.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for the good of the game, so she will
Yeah,
not try to somehow rescue all these people.
I
Alright.
don't remember their names actually. What were their names again?
I don't think they were important names. To be
No,
honest.
it was okay. Okay, never mind.
Like-
Ziu
I know one
asked,
guy
do they
renamed
have some
himself
kind
as
of
Jack.
signal? Do they know we're here? The bandits.
What was that, Adam? Yeah?
Do they have some kind of signal? Do they know we're here?
Akiros is going to say that they haven't actually had contact with many of the Stag Lords groups that are further out, like in a while, and so that's why they let Cassandra so easily with the shipment in, because the Stag Lord was like, their shipment that was supposed to be here like a week ago, was
Our bad.
delayed.
Also, the
This-
pros.
This
That was
might
kind of
sound like
annoying.
an odd question, but have you ever heard of a Falgrim Sneed?
He's going to kick a guy on the ground. Yeah, that's him.
Ah,
One of the nondescript bandits lying down in the main room that Nalrod knocked
Well,
out, I think.
was
He's
he wanted dead or alive again? Do you remember, Ziu?
You mean?
I think he was
Falcons?
needed. You guys would remember that he was wanted alive for trial and stuff.
I think he was wanted
oh.
alive.
Well, that's our bad then.
Oops.
Mhm.
Wait, is he just bleeding out? Or is he dead?
He's bleeding out at the moment.
I'm gonna run up to him and hit him with Sacred Touch, which is my trait that lets me stabilize a dying creature.
Akiros is, following the conversations. Do you need him for something?
He is to stand trial.
Oh yeah, he is one of those ones is always talking about all these amazing crimes he's committed. Where you're like, so why are you working here?
Now we
if
get
you're
to find out how
such
many are true.
an amazing criminal.
We'll have to drag him back across the stolen lands with us.
We'll see how enthusiastic he is once he's put in front of a judge.
So you guys are heading back. Do you
Staglord, his body.
did you bring
Not
horses?
pissing off David Nettles.
Yeah, we did. They're just a bit north of here. Do you know? I'm sorry. What's your name?
I'm sorry. I'm Akiros Ismort.
Well, Mr. Akiros, do you know where Oleg's trading outpost is north of here?
Oh, yes, I do. I believe.
Perhaps
I
that
know.
would be a safer place to chat.
That would.
That's
Several days to get
trip.
there. Let. If you need to go there, we can chat on the way. I would like to head north at this point. Although.
Do you have a mount?
Just a second. He checks out the front of the fort, and there are two. He notes. He comes back in. All right, the two horses we have here for the Stag Lord and his first lieutenant and me, I guess, are still tied up here, which is good. So we have those. And if you guys have your own horses, that's one extra.
Let's put the Stag Lord on his horse then.
Oh, yeah.
We can put Sneed on it too.
And suddenly his eyes kind of widen and just said, did you deal with that old ghoul downstairs?
What?
Old ghoul?
Oh.
There's a downstairs?
He throws his finger up in front of his lips, and he's going to, whoever is listening the most intently, who would that be?
Aldous always,
Aldous.
because perception.
You mean the
No, I
eagle-eyed
mean, like,
zombie?
Who's the most intrigued by him? He's going to come up and just whisper at you guys. There's the Lord there left this old guy, some kind of relation to him. I think he is attached, but he seems to want to punish him. He's in the tunnels below here.
That's right. The Earth Elemental reported underground tunnels.
All right, he's. I don't think I could take him one-on-one, but there's just a massive amount of supplies and stolen gear down there, which would be very, very useful if we're leaving this place. Don't want it to just be, looted.
Maybe we can sneak up on him.
Well,
I
we've
don't know
promised,
if there's much a chance of that with the racket that's been going on up here.
We've promised the Stag Lord to an ethereal being.
Excuse me?
Well, it's hard to explain, but
It's pronounced ethereal, Aldous.
I mean,
I apologize.
But this person of relation to the Stag Lord, would he also? What does he want exactly?
He's simply someone that the Stag Lord kept down there. He, like I said, he wanted to punish the old man. For some reason, he's.
Why do we have reason to believe that he would have ill will towards us, since we were the people who killed him?
I would have trouble calling him much of a man anymore, is the thing.
David, Sorry.
Yeah?
I was just going to say, I have no idea how many spells I have prepared and what...
Don't worry about it. We're not going to do combat. Or if there's combat, we'll just summarize it.
All right, cool.
Nalrod defeats everything.
If you...
That's the summary. Nalrod defeats it.
Oh, Nalrod at it.
However decrepit he is, he knows a plethora of magic that can alter the world, and I doubt there's much chance you'd be able to trap him. But if you'd like to go down and talk to him, you can be my guest, but we haven't had a real conversation with him in the entire time I've been here. He knows healing magic, but most of our soldiers prefer to stay wounded.
I look over at Cassandra and then look back and say, do you know if there are any medical supplies down there too?
Yes, most of our supplies are actually below there. It's mostly looted gear, but there's a huge amount of gold and general survival supplies. Trade goods like pelts, furs, and iron, some weapons and armors, and then we've got food, tools, and medical supplies too, yes.
Very well. I believe Nalrod should go first.
Let me out!
Someone should stay up here and watch Cassandra. Oh, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, as you're saying
spells.
that, Akiros just looks at you.
Looks around.
I blew all my spells, so...
All right, Akiros, trying to be as quiet as possible, is going to lead Nalrod around the corner into
you know who I still have summoned?
Into...
Hey, David.
Oh? Yeah?
I motion Fenrir to follow them and use bond senses.
All right, cool.
Okay, David.
Yeah, James?
Can the area immediately around Cassandra sound like an underground pond? Just like, that kind of echoey, water drippy sound?
I feel like...
Why not?
Sure?
Okay, yeah. It's just a haunted curse. Weird things happen like that.
Yeah.
I figure something should happen given Shells died. Anyway.
All right, yeah.
Well, Ziu just sits in that room.
All right, and Akiros is going to lead over any of the others that are following him around the corner, and there's a huge slab of stone from the upper floor that has fallen down and kind of created a ramp up, and he leads you guys beneath it where there's dirt and rocks, and he wipes it away, and there's a wooden trapdoor, which he's going to just kind of smash the lock on, and pointing Nalrod to it, he's going to slowly start to open, and he starts counting down his fingers like 3, 2, 1, and he flings it open.
Chris, what does Nalrod do?
Nalrod runs in like there's no tomorrow!
Oh, God.
And what does he say?
As you
Aldous takes position in the doorway with an arrow drawn.
All right.
Both
The room
wrong.
below feels miserably damp, and greasy swaths of mold cake the carved stone walls and floor. The ceiling's 15 feet overhead and thick with cobwebs. 3 archways in the walls open into other rooms, all of which are filled with mounds of crates, furs, sacks, weapons, and other obviously stolen loot. It's stolen. No. Anyway, Nalrod, as you first go down, you don't really notice anything or anyone.
Well, what do I see? Like, what does it look like?
Wait, what'd you say?
What does it look like? Like, what am I, like, is there any obvious image of, like, just what's around, you know?
It's tons
What's
of loot.
Okay. It's there's like kind of a main room that's about 20 feet in diameter, and then the ceiling's 15 feet up, thick with cobwebs, and there's mold all over the carved stone walls and floor. And then besides the tunnel that leads up to the trapdoor, there's 3 archways that open up to thin hallways that are filled with loot, and then dead end pretty quick. But if you're looking around, as you look up, you'll notice just between some cobwebs, you suddenly see a pair of eyes open in the darkness, and suddenly just a massive swarm of spiders comes down from the ceiling, like an impossibly high amount of spiders comes from whatever this creature is down on you. And those of you watching would definitely see this.
Oh god, there's so much.
I turn to Akiros. You call that a man?
Oh, that's simply his magic. And Akiros is going to just prop open the door and slide in as he pulls out his sword as he's sliding down the tunnel. And he's going to start helping, kind of cutting the spiders away. And Nalrod, what is your reaction to the spiders?
Nalrod looks up at the spiders and attempts to punch them.
Oh, they're all over you.
They
He
flooded
punches
you.
himself.
Yeah, he punches himself.
Oh my god. So Akiros is going to help wipe them off you and taking the blunt or the side of his blade, and he's squishing loads of them. And as this is happening, you guys see an incredibly old looking man wearing furs and no proper clothing, just like around his waist, leaps down from the ceiling and tackles Akiros to the ground.
Fenrir?
Fenrir. Fenrir, I guess, not gonna murder him immediately. Grabs him by like some rags and stuff and tries to pull him off.
All right, yeah, Fenrir.
And all this goes to help
going to pull him off.
Nalrod while that's
And
happening.
Akiros actually pulls down one of the guy's hands and stabs a dagger through his hand, and nearly cutting off one of the guy's fingers. And the guy just screeches out, screaming, and he's just making horrible grunting noises. And he holds up his other hand and pushes it down into the ground and sinks into the floor. Except Akiros holds onto the hand that he stabbed, except he tries to pull away, and he's, someone help me.
I wonder how effective Fenrir is at removing limbs.
"Quote unquote helping."
I mean, although Aldous isn't doing anything, he could do it with a scimitar.
Oh no,
Okay,
it seems like Akiros is trying to stop him from sinking away into the stone. And you guys can see like his face is made out of stone, sticking out, like moving. The guy has like just turned most of his body into stone.
Okay.
Oh,
Then
well, don't know how to deal with that.
I guess all this. You know what? He has Alchemist Fire.
I don't
Oh, God.
see how this helps.
How is that gonna help?
He throws Alchemist Fire at him.
But let's set it
Are
on
you
fire.
sure? He's currently made out of stone, and Akiros is holding his only limb that's sticking
Oh,
out.
that's right.
And Fenrir's holding his rags that are
And
turning to
Akiros
stone.
seems to want someone to help him pull the guy back out.
Okay.
Just go pull.
Then I'll just
With your
dive at
pathetic
the
-1
arm and
strength.
pull him.
Okay.
Zombie strength. Not much, actually.
Yeah, you guys together managed to pull him back out, but at this point he's made completely out of stone, even though his other hand can't fix, and he's going to just start fist fighting. What's Nalrod doing?
Nalrod is looking around, hoping for no more spiders, but also hoping that no one notices that he's like freaking out for a second.
Because it's a lot of spiders.
All right,
Guys,
just
so many
about
spiders.
just about all the spiders are gone at this point, and the ones that are left just start disappearing.
Nalrod walks up to one of the ones and squashes it and goes, "Ha! You don't scare me!"
What about the man made of stone punching your comrades?
All right.
Wait, did we want to talk to this guy? What happened?
We're working on it. This is a form of diplomacy.
Nalrod.
Alright.
In a fit of surprise, suddenly the guy touches himself with touches his hand to his chest, and then ducks out of your arms and skitters along the wall and up across the ceiling just on all four legs.
All four legs? What?
Like The Exorcist.
How many legs
Yeah,
does
She
this
meant
man
all
have?
four limbs.
You mean all four? Oh, God, okay.
Oh, all four limbs. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
like
you just-
The Exorcist.
He just shoots up
Yeah.
the wall like a vampire.
And he's going to just make various animal noises at you guys, even though they're like he's opening his mouth like he's being creepy vampire, but then actual horrible like snake sounds and
Fenrir
and
jumps forward
tiger
and
growls come
does
out.
the horrifying wolf sound,
Oh,
where they're all like,
in a cave.
All right.
snarl, snarl.
All right. Yeah, and he's going to actually, still made out of stone, he's going to leap down and attack Fenrir.
Okay. We're not really doing combat, so I don't know how to respond to
Huh?
that.
I thought
Well,
Fenrir was trying to
You
intimidate
guys,
him.
It's
Yeah,
just
you guys
kind of
don't-
what's happening.
oh yeah, you guys don't need to say you're doing
Okay.
things like specific mechanics. Just say what your character's doing in general.
Aldous
No,
will try and push
shit.
Fenrir out of the way.
Alright.
Fenrir's gonna try and disengage, jump back, and keep just threatening him.
All right. And what was that Nalrod's doing?
Bear's teeth.
Nalrod pulls out his hammer and runs towards the guy, yelling, "Nalrod Radvage!"
That's his like animalistic snarl. That's his
He's-
equivalent of it.
He spins around to look.
Hammer.
Hammer to the face.
All right.
Or what passes for a face.
Wait,
This
can we-
seems.
I thought
Uh,
that like I
Are
kind
we
of
calling-
imagined him as kind of like one of the Thomps from, or not Thomps, the things in Mario. That a Thomp, Thwomp.
A thwomp.
I'm just
A swamp.
envisioning him as a stone golem.
He's
like-
basically a skinny stone golem at this point, actually,
Okay.
yeah. And that hammer blow is going to crack off a bit of rock, and then his skin turns back to normal as he passes out. All of the spiders disappear at this point, and he's
Okay.
lying on the ground.
So,
Still
in
seems to
other
be
words,
alive.
everything went according to plan.
Yeah.
Unconscious
And he got
Cassandra is so
Nalrod.
disappointed in your diplomacy skills.
Well, she doesn't get to be because she's not conscious.
Meh.
All right. Yeah, and you guys, yeah. So he's unconscious on the ground at this point.
I'll restrain him, tie him up.
Nalrod teabags him.
With some soft rope.
Teabags him.
Yeah, actually, I only have silk rope, so I have to restrain him with silk rope.
Uh,
Teabagging him, you guys can see under his kilt and notice that his
No.
underwear are still armored.
No. It's like a scale mail bikini.
That's right.
Jesus.
That's right. that response.
Akira suggests putting the guy out of his misery.
And the whole time, Nalrod's looking at Cassandra and giving him one.
Wow.
She's in another room. She's upstairs.
Is he looking at her? Is he looking at her?
He's looking like in her direction where she would be.
He's looking at her red outline because she's still incapacitated.
That's right.
Yeah. So Akiro's suggests putting this old guy out of this misery because he'll only be a menace and he's not really useful for anything.
Are you sure he's beyond saving?
I'm not going to stop you if you try. You'd have more honor than I, anyway.
Fenrir smells him and then jumps back, disgusted looking.
Oh yeah, he probably smells really horrible.
Nalrod, what do you think?
Now,
What are you, a Pokemon?
We've made this joke before.
We have made this joke. He's slowly transforming.
But seriously.
Nalrod is too busy basking in his own glory.
He could at least go for the loot.
Aldous sighs and slings the old man over his shoulder.
Yay,
all right.
Paragon action.
So then,
we proceed to loot everything and carry everything all the way back to Oleg's on a bunch of horses.
All right. Yeah. Looking around, underground in the basement, you guys find the majority of the goods here are mundane trade goods, and then miscellaneous weapons and armor, none of which you guys find to be particularly good or magical, and miscellaneous adventuring gear, worth a combined total of all the weapons, trade goods, and gear are worth a combined total of 6,850 GP. So someone can.
Nalrod, he's our treasury.
Chances are you would need like 2 horses to carry this on. You guys can probably fit it among your horses, though.
There isn't any wagons at the base?
But...
Oh, yeah, there's probably a wagon here.
I forgot to mention, Aldous also gags him.
Alright. Yeah, that's probably good.
And get rid of that the voice element.
So someone go ahead and add the 6,850 GP in trade goods
to horse carriage.
Nalrod.
All right, and there was a
Does
chest.
Chris even have his character sheet
I
up?
don't even remember the link to my thing.
It's okay.
It should be in Google Drive.
I'll
grab
just
it.
toss it in mine for now.
Okay.
All right. The weight isn't terribly important. You guys can distribute it among your horses. Or actually, there's a carriage above ground.
Yeah, carriage.
Yeah, wagon carriage. You guys can loot it or put it all in. And you guys remember there's a chest in the Stag Lord's chamber. Okay.
Ziu's in there, so he'll go ahead and open it while the rest of them are doing stuff.
All right. Inside, you find like just an insane amount of coinage, and along with there's also a large bag next to it that if you open up is loaded with stolen good jewelry. And I'll go ahead and add this to. I guess I'll just add this to Ziu's inventory. Just because there's a lot of numbers happening. Okay. Oh, yeah. Don't make it Staglord loot because there's different types of loot.
Okay.
Make that is trade goods.
Aha! Economic subsystems.
All right. I'll just add this money to Ziu's for now. But in the chest there is 4,500. Actually, we'll just put it down here because that's in the carriage. There's no way you guys are carrying these. So
yeah, I don't know why you're
4,000
like individually.
Oh, I can't edit Ziu's inventory. Who's
what? Why not? Let me see.
Yeah, you don't have edit.
Oh
privileges.
yeah, I just put everything to can view. Here you go.
All right. I'll go ahead
There.
and refresh.
Now you should be able to.
But yeah, the chest has 4,500 copper, 2,052 silver, and 894 gold. And And examining the bag of jewelry, it seems to contain about 2,900 gold worth of jewelry. And I guess you guys are gonna loot all the people you took out.
Yep.
And and where is Falgrim Sneed going?
He's going on the same horse as the Stag Lord.
All right.
Piling with the dead guy.
God, that's creepy.
Why don't you put the smelly guy with the dead guy?
He can join too.
Jesus.
And
let's see. You guys have there's the huge guy, the guy covered in black and straps, and then the Stag Lord left to loot. Who do you guys loot first?
well, is there anything of value that I can take from the owl bear? Like, parts, or
If only someone were here to make a knowledge nature check. Actually,
In
no.
the
Cassandra probably
meantime-
wouldn't know shit about owlbears
In the
either.
meantime, Ziu just like pats Cassandra's face a couple times to see if she'll wake up.
Pap, pap, pap.
Nope.
Yeah, she's,
All right.
she's out.
well, let's not worry about it then.
Give it an hour or two.
Yeah. So the big guy who Akiro seems to be calling Ox has on him. There's another potion of cure moderate wounds and a potion of lesser restoration, and he's got a silver Stag Lord amulet worth 20 gold. Akiros gives you his silver Stag Lord amulet too. Are we just gonna? I guess we're just throwing this all into the bottom of
Into a
Yes.
pot. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
potion of
just-
lesser
We can sort this
restoration.
later.
Yeah. 45 gold of knight and dragon toys. Or 45 gold worth of knight and dragon toys,
I'm
which belong
sorry?
to the big guy.
All I heard, like it cut out for a little bit. All I heard was 125 gold of dragon toys.
Oh god.
Alright.
And a
Does-
silver stag
Does
lord
that
amulet.
remind anyone
worth
else of a
20
certain
gold.
meme from G?
What?
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Alright, a silver stag lord amulet worth 20 gold, and you can go ahead and add 4 of those. And then let's see, Dovin, the guy covered in straps, seems to have. Oh yeah, he's got masterwork studded leather armor, a +1 rapier,
Ooh.
and turquoise earrings worth 130 gold each, along with 28 gold and 2 platinum.
worth how much? 130?
Mhm. Oh god, the big bag of gold had 21 platinum in it too.
Jesus. Loot, 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 loot.
This is this is a lot.
Yeah. Akiros keeps all of his gear on him, of course. And the Stag Lord, on him, he has a potion of cure moderate wounds. So I guess you can just up that to 2. A +1 leather armor. A masterwork longsword.
Longsword.
A +1 composite longbow with a +2 strength bonus.
Interesting.
And he has a special Stag Lord amulet that's significantly fancier. And those of you who are magical, after a little bit of examining it, you find that it's an amulet of natural armor +1.
Ooh.
And he also has the stag's helm, which those of you who are magical, after examining it for a while, the helmet isn't actually a skull of a mighty stag. You find that it's crafted to resemble it, but it's made from bone of some other kind of creature you guys can't recognize, and the antlers and helmet itself are as strong as metal. And through trying it on and testing it, you find that it enhances eyesight and hearing, giving a +2 competence bonus on perception checks. And in addition, once per day, the helm may be called upon to enhance any ranged attack made by the wearer to make an insightful shot. Activating this ability is a free action, and once activated, your next range attack against a target within 30 feet of you is made as if the target were flat-footed against you, which would allow a rogue to benefit from sneak attack.
Which is what killed me.
If you don't make a ranged attack within 30, or if you don't make a ranged attack within 1 round of activating it, the insight fades and is wasted for that day. And also, let's see. None of you currently worship Aristil, do you?
I'm
some
gonna say
pamphlets.
Ziu doesn't yet. I guess.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm actually.
As far as
Oh,
Ziu's
shit.
deity goes, it makes sense that in the beginning he would have worshipped whoever House Orlovsky would have worshipped, but then when he left home, he probably would have rejected those ideals.
All right.
And then he's just been most exposed to Aristil since then.
Okay, and just so you guys know, it would make a lot of sense for your characters to worship Aristil. And of course, you know, religion in the Pathfinder universe, like, gods actually do a thing. This just,
They're
Aristil's
real.
the most, like, Aristil's the most prominent god that affects this region.
So I think maybe not yet, but Ziu might start following it, Aristil.
All right, yeah,
He's
if you
looking at
guys
pamphlets.
do, let me know, because it can potentially affect a lot of things.
Okay,
But there,
well,
I just put the entire description for the Stag's Helm, even though with how far it is at the bottom of the page, you can't read the last couple of lines.
I'm gonna go ahead and set his deity as Aristil, although that might not actually happen until after a bit of a time skip.
All right, gotcha.
Let's see.
And God, if this construction requirements for the Stag's Helm, Jesus.
I'm running out of like page.
Oh yeah, and you should note that his +1 leather armor consists of a heavy cloak, gloves, kilt, and boots, but leaves his chest bare. And although it looks incompetent, it actually functions just as well as a suit of magical leather armor. It's just amazing chestless leather armor. And oh yeah, so I guess you can just note that that's chestless. And okay, and the storage area has Jesus fucking Christ.
So much loot.
Do we need to do this right now?
Yes, this is like
I-
all the housekeeping before session
Oh
or
god.
season 2.
There's three crates in the storage area. You should probably add some rows.
Oh, dear.
They currently have.
Ah, David, look what it
Oh
did.
God, that was the worst way to add rows.
Freaking Monty
I'm
Hall
sorry.
session.
Here,
Here, if
I'll-
you,
is it insert?
I
Oh,
think
whatever.
if I do this, it will. Yeah, I have an idea of how to get it to work, which is if we copy from here down to here, I can effectively. Why this?
Why?
Why
How?
this?
How and why?
I don't understand. Okay.
Here,
What?
let's just.
I'm gonna throw these in someone else's inventory.
No, just undo that last thing. Whatever
I-
this line
I-
is.
Did
Does
I
anyone
do?
have access to my thing? Because I have no idea where it is. I'm pretty sure you all have edit permission.
And then
It's in your. It should be
Google
if you go to drive.google.com.
What? That's in the
And as long as logged in, it should be right there.
oops. Yes.
Anyway, it has 10 longbows, 260 arrows, 5 short swords, 5 spears, 4 50-foot lengths of hemp rope, a set of chisels, 2 hammers, 3 tins of iron nails, and 4 suits of leather armor.
So we're gonna put other stuff here, and we're gonna say all of that in a little note.
Oh God. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
10 longbows, 260 arrows,
Oh my god.
5 short swords, 5 spears, 4 50-foot lengths of hemp rope, a set of chisels, 2 hammers, 3 tins of iron nails, 4 suits of leather armor. Hello?
How many suits of leather armor?
4.
And you said leather, right?
Yeah, 4 suits of leather armor. And we can probably figure out the weight of that in bulk. Akiros looking out onto
So, in other words, all the materials to arm a small army.
I guess.
I just
really
remembered
small.
that all of it. I just remembered that
Okay, a
all or most
battalion.
of us are disguised as bandits,
Oh, yeah.
whereas
We
Cassandra
could
is like
arm
some
20
kind of
men.
fancy envoy.
God. So Akiros is watching the horizon as the sun comes up, and he tells you guys it doesn't seem like any other bandits caught sight of the place, and that you're probably safe to leave. And he asks you more about, what was it about body? Giving the body to an ethereal being? I'm sure a lot of ghosts have issues with the Stag Lord.
But we haven't promised him to a lot of ghosts. Just one.
Which ghost are you talking about? I'm not arguing with you.
Are they still down in the basement, or did they come back up?
Oh,
I imagine this is
everyone's
as
back up
everyone's
and
loading stuff up into a.
as everyone's like loading
Yeah.
Okay.
the wagon.
Do you know? Well, did you know a man
David Nettles.
by the name of David Nettles?
I don't recognize the name. No.
Yes. Well, he guards a passage by the river.
Look of you can tell he suddenly understands what you're talking about. He says, yes, if that one wants the body, we best do that as soon as possible. I'm sure that that someone wants to use that river soon.
Ziu just walks
Oh.
by carrying a crate and just mentions, he almost killed our camel.
You're what?
That thing, it makes a camel noise.
Where is
He
Zob?
doesn't know what a camel is.
No one does.
Camel?
Cassandra didn't know how to spell it.
It's now that he notices a very strange looking horse.
Clop, clop, here's Zob.
Oh.
Okay.
Stop, go!
You said Zob go, not Zob transform.
Transform, go!
He's a Decepticon.
You guys like my sweet sounds?
Jesus Christ.
You ever need a transformer, you know who to call.
You know, now I think about it, those bandits we intercepted before coming here, I think we let them go.
Did we?
Yeah, I think. Like, we basically scared them off into the woods or something.
I don't even remember how we beat the Stag Lord.
Can we just assume we let them go? It's easier.
Yes. Reference 1 of the soon to be running joke.
So the wagon is hooked up to 2 horses, I guess, one of which has the bodies on it. Or I guess I don't know which horses do you guys hook up to the wagon?
Well, the 2 new
Zob.
ones,
Yes.
obviously.
Okay, horse and
I guess-
camel.
The
That's
two
right.
Just
the 2
Zob.
horses we found at the place would make the most sense.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
All right.
So-
So they're hooked up to the wagon, and I guess it's been several hours looting and loading up all the supplies, and
Yeah, it's
Akiros.
morning now. Or like noon.
And I guess all of the other bandits bled out or whatever.
We
and
haven't
after
left
not
the
too long,
camp yet?
Cassandra will have woken back up.
Like, I
Uh,
thought
I guess
we're not in transit yet?
no.
Oh, man. It's so long.
Hey, wait. Aren't
Hmm?
we missing someone?
Who? Nalrod?
What? Who?
What do you mean?
Oh,
Me,
you got a
you,
tree.
Nalrod, Cassandra.
Wait, so where is Cassandra anyway?
You even got one more than usual.
Kira. This. Huh?
Aldous ponders on this missing person.
Congratulations, you have reference 1 of running gag number 2.
And yeah, as you guys all head out, I guess after not too long, Cassandra will have woken up. In which direction are you guys heading?
Where is Cassandra?
Someone put her on a horse, right?
I don't know where she is.
Where's my character? I lost her.
Wait. What
Go.
horse does she usually ride on?
Nalrod.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, lately she.
At one point, I think she got over her fear of riding.
Well, it's not a fear. It's that she doesn't know how to. I think for a while
Okay.
it was just that her horse was simply tied to Ziu's, so she would just sit on it
Yeah.
while it was led by a rope by another horse.
I can't believe you even say that your character doesn't know how to ride a horse.
She does not know how to ride a horse. That's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't know how to eat food.
Yeah, you can just walk up to any wild horse and get on it, and it'll go the direction you want it to go. Yeah, okay.
Handle
They're
animal.
not wild horses.
Even if it was trained, I mean, come on.
If you're in a
No,
group, it'll follow the group.
big scary.
Only like one person needs to know how to direct a horse anyway.
Anyway,
And we have one that can direct a camel.
Anyway, did someone throw Cassandra's body on a horse?
where is? Don't
Yes.
say her body. She's alive.
It's still her body.
She's questionably alive.
It's her body. It's her body, whether she's alive or not.
First
true.
of all, where is she? I would like to know.
On a
It's
horse.
Akiros will have loaded her
She
onto
just-
one of the free
she's
horses.
just flopping
if no
around
one
on
else
a
did.
horse.
I'm surprised he got to her before Nalrod.
Actually, she'll be on the same horse as Akiros, next to the dead bodies. Next to the
aren't the
dead
dead bodies in
and
the
knocked out
carriage?
bodies.
No, why would you do
Yeah.
that? Why would
So
you let her
Akiros
do
is-
that?
Akiros is on the. Is anyone else is going to object to Akiros?
Off
with
Nalrod.
Cassandra.
Cough.
Nalrod.
Nalrod,
All this-
Cassandra is unconscious.
All this time passed, and they're just letting them load Cassandra onto the horse with the dead guy and the smelly
No.
guy.
No,
do something, but
Next,
to seeing what Nalrod
like
would-
there were two horses hooked up to the carriage,
Aren't
and
they
Akiros.
in the carriage though?
The dead bodies are in the
I
carriage.
No, then that would make the treasure smell.
And when did it turn into a carriage? It was a wagon.
Anyway, there was the Stag Lord's horse and Akiros's horse
Can
hooked
she
up
be in the
to-
wagon with the stuff?
Yeah.
Just throw her on top of the loot.
Well, no, there's
Actually,
there's like furs and stuff. There might have been. She's just
Akiros is going to insist on having her sit on the horse with him so that he can keep an eye on her.
And
If
Nalrod
no
doesn't
one
insist
objects.
otherwise.
Does Nalrod?
Nalrod has decided to let this slide.
We'll let this slight go.
Really? This random dude just like came up and took your woman.
Well,
This random
you know,
dude.
I think the way he sees it though is that he did, like, even though Nalrod didn't need help, he did try to help Nalrod earlier. So it's appreciated.
All right. And so then, what
Thank
direction?
What is this? A
What
gift?
direction are you guys heading out in?
Towards the river, right?
North.
The Davik Nettles.
Or yeah.
I guess you're just heading up the river because we're by the things.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll follow the river.
All right, and actually, it's following the river. You guys know that there's the rickety bridge that the last you guys saw. It was destroyed, I think, to the north, and you'd have to go you have to go much further north to cross the river because you do have the carriage.
Oh,
Didn't Nettle say we could just drop him in the river when we were done?
yeah, but how far
and
does the river
that's the
technically extend? We're
river.
not sure.
Yeah, the river
that is
extends
this
from
river.
where we met David Nettle all the way to the Stag Lord's place.
Hopefully he will understand that we can't get all the way over there. I'm just saying.
Are you guys gonna dump his body here?
Yeah, I think that
Well-
will fulfill the agreement.
Yeah, go Sir
All right,
Reasonable.
who's
Are
dumping?
we
the
sure?
body?
Are we sure it will?
Yeah,
Hey.
David Nettle just said to throw his body in the river.
Okay. I don't know. I guess I'd like some confirmation from Davik Nettles on that, but I guess
Well, maybe
I
it'll
guess
be
we
like a
can't-
wishing well,
we can't really go see
and you just
him
need to throw
again
your
right
token
now.
in first.
If we never see him again, then it worked.
So who's dumping his body?
Schrodinger's Nettles.
Aldous will rock, paper, scissors, Ziu for it.
Ziu will rock, paper, scissors, Nalrod for it.
Nalrod will use his hammer to beat the shit out of anybody who tries to take this glory from him.
Okay then. So
Yes.
now
Oh,
Ryan.
God. So you're gonna
It's
dump his...
glorious kill.
Is there any
You'll
specific
be the
way
one
you
to throw
put?
it into the river.
Is there any specific
No,
way you
Robin
put it in the river?
Picks him up and hoists him over his head and carries him as if he were a world champion wrestler to just take him in the middle of the ring and slam him down like that. That kind of thing.
I have
Alright.
broken the Batman.
Walking all the while like he's walking down a catwalk. One foot precisely in front of the other, as if he were some sort of model. And as he's walking, he turns around and looks back at Cassandra and flashes a smile, and the sunlight twinkles in his teeth. And
We're unconscious body.
things go magical. And then as he's looking at her the entire time, doesn't make eye contact, he throws him perfectly in the river.
All right, you guys watch as
That production.
as his body lands in the river and goes underwater and then floats back above water and slowly starts getting dragged away by the current. And then those of you who are watching intently notice a bony hand reach out of the water, just grab him by the face, like one of the fingers in his nose and the other one's in his mouth, and just drag him underwater by his face. And it's gone.
Well,
so glad I was not awake to see that.
I guess that's confirmation then.
Ah,
Huh.
gross.
Thank you, Mr. David Nettles.
All right,
Well.
just a second. Let me check something.
Aldous, let's try not to make any undead angry with us in the future.
Okay, so.
Oh, I apologize.
No offense taken.
I'm sorry, was that racist?
Was that racist?
Okay, so Cassandra's still woozy, unconscious. She's on a horse with Kuros, right?
Yeah.
How would someone carry an unconscious person while on a horse? Would they just sling him over the back, or?
No, in front of them. Like
Right, you're right in front of him, and he's got one arm wrapped around like your waist.
Okay, so I guess we've started heading north again after.
Yeah, don't worry about monitoring the map. Just it's over the next.
I'm just
yeah.
wondering where we are. So,
Yeah, so you
at
guys
some
would be
point-
after a couple hours. You guys would be, just crossing, still in the hilly area, following the thinner river. What's this river called?
Herpaderp.
Yeah, I'll have. I know how to handle the Roll20 more, and I'll have more labels and stuff. So yeah, while you guys are in the hilly area, you wake up. James, you seem to just be needing everyone else to name conditions for you to do things.
I just wanted to know where I am. Not on the map. What's my immediate vicinity? We have been heading, and we're not next to the river with the weird melting dead guy.
Yes.
Just want to
You're
know
next to
where I am.
You guys are in the hilly area, following one of the thinner rivers.
All right. So, I guess Akiros would notice that she starts stirring after a bit.
He's not gonna bother you or say anything really.
And she spits up like a gallon of water. Just all over the horse. Horse is surprised.
Horse is
Nay.
surprised.
Surprise bath.
Oh, good afternoon. It's been several hours. Are you doing all right? We have food in the carriage.
Oh,
Wagon.
That still hurts. Oh, what? Who are you? She turns around. Who are you? You? I don't.
You
You were one of
recognize him as You recognize him as the guy who. Oh wait, you woke up after he punched out the
Yeah,
stag
the
lord.
one guy that was like, "Oh, who is that? None of your business." Oh, okay, him. But you're one of the.
He.
But, and she
Yeah.
starts to freak out until she sees the others are here as well.
All this waves.
It's
Ziu
it's
waves.
okay. I'm Akiros Izumort, and you guys have done me a great favor by eliminating the Stag Lord, and I'm simply taking advantage of your hospitality for now, and am looking to do anything I can for you also. We've taken most of the gear from the fort, and we're heading back to Oleg's trading post, was it? He looks to the others.
That's the place.
All right.
Wow.
He's gonna throw a cure light wounds on you.
Wait.
Sparkle, sparkle.
How is he able to do
It's
that?
like you can tell it's like particularly weak though.
Oh yeah. Oh well, thanks. I guess that took care of some of the ache.
And even though and ex paladins get to keep some of their
Oh,
powers.
okay. I was like, I just remember specifically that it didn't work. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. I don't have any of my stuff. I guess. And she looks over to her horse. I assume was somewhere, and it looks like it had stuff on it.
Yeah.
Safe assumption, you guys got her stuff.
It looks like it has more stuff on it.
More stuff. Oh.
All right.
We should probably fill you in.
Yeah, a little bit. It's still today, right?
Aldous nods, and then he tells her about David Nettles.
And
Ziu mentions the creepy old guy they found in the basement.
Oh, that's probably important. Yeah.
He still seems to be out, and Falgrim Sneeg is also out.
I figured you wouldn't appreciate it if I killed him outright.
yeah, I really, you would? Okay, never mind. The point is, everyone's safe and in one piece. It looks like.
Mostly.
You're the
guy that-
closest one to multiple pieces.
All right. And then let's see. Oh, so then over the next couple days, one of the times when you guys are camping for the night, the body of the old guy is going to start stirring. And I'll say Aldous is the only one who notices it.
He goes to wake up. Probably Ziu.
You suddenly hear a really loud bang, like just, and it sounds like something exploded, and you notice the guy like leaps out from where he was, and he just starts making horrible like wolf noises as if he's in pain, but also growling like.
Is he still tied up?
Not anymore.
Oh.
This will have woken everyone up actually.
But he was tied and gagged. Oh man.
Ziu runs out. Takes a
Right.
look at what's going on.
The guy is like limping around, and he seems to be trying to cast. And you know, those of you magic users can tell he's out of power for the day, and he's just kind of freaking out and like trying to act threatening at you, jumping at you guys back and forth. It's really kind of pathetic.
As you guys are like seeing this and freaking out, you just hear from behind you, "Sleep!" And yeah,
Are you
she's going
Are you
to
casting sleep?
not sleep spell, command basically drop basically is what she's telling him to do.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be, I guess, fall then. And yeah, They have to be things they can consciously do with one word
Okay,
in
whatever
a single turn.
whatever that one has been
So-
interpreted, I guess. So he falls down for
So,
a bit.
so, and assuming extended for a full 12 seconds of sleep.
Yes. Yeah, because she actually
Alright.
said a word. If she doesn't, that's when it's the normal version.
Yeah, so he falls
Completely
to
by
the ground.
coincidence, Ziu drops his spear and runs back in his tent and goes to sleep.
So the old guy
Cassandra's
falls to
scary.
the ground, which seems to have done enough damage to knock him back out.
Oh my god.
And you guys can tell he's pretty close to being dead. He's like, it's really incredible that he's alive, actually.
Cassandra's gonna go take a look at him. Actually, as smelly as he is.
All right. Examining him with what you know, you can tell he is a druid, and he's incredibly old, and it's likely only by his magic that he's still alive.
She's got heal trained. That's what you figure out when she takes a look. Nothing about his physical state.
He's really, really old.
So old.
Like beat up more by experience than time, probably. He seems covered in various scars, in gradually worse and worse wounds that have created the scars.
Who was this man?
Akiros standing nearby says, "Well, that stag lord over there kept him in the basement and wasn't too happy when any of us mentioned killing him. So there was, but he wanted to punish him, kept him down there and tortured him from time to time. So someone from his past."
Could the Stag Lord have had daddy issues?
Akiros shrugs.
And silence.
Like I said, I feel like you'd be doing him a favor if you put him out of his misery.
I don't know if this is just him or if it's, him being kidnapped and beaten up and scared for his life. Has he spoken to anyone before?
I have never heard him speak.
We gotta talk to him somehow, at least a little bit before deciding anything. Do you think? Oh wow, what was his name? Cassandra remembers, but I don't. What was Handlebar's name?
Oh.
Jode Captain.
Jode.
Right,
Jode.
Jode.
Yeah.
Just a second. I'm going to pull it up to make sure.
I'm pretty sure it was Jode.
All right.
One of the things about Kingmaker that sucks is you have to constantly flip back and forth through the
disc
100
one.
page book.
Please insert
content.
disc 1.
Well, even like within books, you have to flip
Yeah.
back and forth between like the entire books. It's Jode Kafkin.
Okay.
How far are we from the temple? Maybe the priest there, Jode, could help us.
It would you guys who know the location of the temple, of course, know that it would take like an extra day out of your trip if you went to the temple. So it's not terribly far.
Well, the carriage won't fit through the forest, so we'd have to split off.
Why do you guys keep saying carriage? I got the impression it was a wagon.
I thought they're the same thing.
I kept saying carriage, and someone said wagon, and since
Wagon makes more sense.
Do you guys want it to be a wagon?
It's a wagon.
You guys cut the top off. It's a wagon.
What? Nalrod is displeased.
Well, like. Okay. Aldous is thinking for a moment, and then he says, I don't know much about druids. But what about the Fae?
Hmm.
Could they help in some way?
To be honest, I don't really know much. All I know of the Fae is just, enough to stay out of danger when you're in the forest. I honestly, I don't think they'd have any opinion one way or another about him. I mean, they describe us as the Bigginses. We're blights on their forest, so.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, he is a druid, but he just looks so destroyed. I think it's better. I think it's better if someone of the faith, any faith, would consult with them first.
Aldous nods in agreement.
Well, the bridge up here is out anyway, so I don't know. It would be another day to go to the temple.
Okay.
There's
so
that. We don't exactly have the resources to fix that.
So if the carriage wagon,
It's a wagon.
what is okay? So
We've concluded it as a wagon.
if we can't take the wagon through the forest, we'll have to split up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We'll have to. I mean, of course, there's the finding a part of the river thin enough to ford. Okay, well, I'll go.
Yeah, you guys are actually pretty close to that first bandit camp with where the river is really thinned out and you can cross it.
Yeah, I'll go with the druid, and whoever else is coming with us is coming with to the to I forgot his name, to the temple.
Temple of the Elk. Oh, wait. No, just Forest Temple.
Yes, just the temple.
Wait. Let me
Huh?
check.
Shrug. That place where there's the bear that ate Zob.
Oh no, it's the Temple of the Elk because there's giant elk horns
Yeah.
carved out of the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any volunteers? Okay. No one's raising their hands. I guess I'll go.
He was asleep. He was commanded to sleep, so he went to sleep.
Oh god.
Jesus.
I forgot.
It's not like an area of effect.
Shut up. He was commanded to sleep.
Is she just like really scary? Like what?
Yeah.
Anyone else want to tag along? Nalrod?
Nalrod could be persuaded.
Nalrod, I mean, don't you need to stay and protect your horde, as it were?
Nalrod will side with the lady on this one.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. Like,
Akiros.
I'm worried that Nalrod might have gotten hit in the head in the last fight or something.
A little too many times.
He's acting far too reasonable.
This is weird.
It's
Okay.
scaring me.
Akiros, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could you perhaps come with me, and I guess Aldous, you're coming as well?
sure.
Yeah, just to, I don't know, in case him
Yeah.
there gets his wits about him, and is on.
It
too
would be
unruly.
nice to have a third companion.
Yeah. And I'm sure Ziu and Nalrod will be fine. Oh, we left him with Nalrod. Yeah.
You feel guilty for a second.
She does. She does. She feels bad. She feels bad. She did that to him.
He's asleep. He has no choice.
Okay.
He has no say in this.
As for Akira,
He was only following orders.
Anyway, what does Akira say?
I'm sorry. What did you guys ask him?
I have
Yeah.
a feeling I have her voice higher than it was before. Anyway,
What did you guys ask Akiros? I'm sorry.
She asked Akiros if he could come accompany them to the temple to perhaps sort out the druid.
Yeah, he says of course, and also that it's a good chance for him to ask for forgiveness.
Oh, of course. I guess it's like,
Okay.
is it
Let's
is it
split up,
so-
gang.
is it soon enough that we would still go back to sleep, or we could just go now? Like as far as
It's not really important to say that specifically. Like,
okay, so we
yeah.
do that.
We're
Anyway,
really just trying to
after-
wrap stuff up.
After a day or so, those of you who were heading to the Temple of Elk make it there pretty safely. And actually, along the way, you're greeted by the Fey creatures, but they quickly leave. They're playing like crazy Fey hide and seek with magic.
It's pretty dangerous, actually. They're telling us the areas to keep clear of. oh, good tip. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
All right, yeah, and you guys make it. You meet up with Jode Kavkin, and actually, while you're there are several creatures that are actually in the area drinking from the pond, and just the whole place looks nicer. And he's been fixing it up, and except it's not like he has any supplies to build onto it. But yeah, he's going to greet you, and
Pretty
Greet
idyllic
Akira.
already.
greeting Akiros. He's going to actually recognize him, and they kind of they kind of spar verbally for a minute before as Akiros explains, but then they seem to be okay, and Akiros proceeds to offer prayers, and Akiros actually specifically thanks Aerostil for any hand he had in his safety, and Jode Capkin seems pleased with this. And puts his hand on Akiros' shoulder. Do the other of you do anything in specific? I'm assuming
we
one
feel-
or more.
We feel
You
kind of
drinks from the
awkward
pool.
witnessing this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Having a broman here. Anyway.
They have their broment, and then yeah, Akiros drinks from the pool, and it's great. Right next to a deer.
So about the crazy druid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did you guys?
Yeah,
I guess you need
that's
to-
why we went here.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, when you offer him to the old guy, he's going to him for a while, and then just say that this man seems to have been a druid, a druid who prayed to Aerostil at some point in the past. I can tell, but he has long left those ways, and he has used his magic for evil far more than good, and I can't say he deserves the state he's in. No one does, but it's not exactly the opposite of how he's treated others.
Should we leave his fate to Aristil then?
Why does that have to sound so spooky?
He's so close to death. The most I don't know if there's anything I can do. I will offer him to Aristil for judgment, and we will see. And he's going to put the body in a specific place, like right in the center of the temple, and adorn it with several things. And you guys notice kind of a glow coming down from like the roof of the temple. Doesn't lead out to the sky, but lights like greenish light or greenish golden light is going to come from the top of the temple over the body, and it just kind of starts just softly going like that, and you guys hear a hum, and the wind picks up and then softens, and Jode says that they'll just leave him like that for now.
Aldous looks at Cassandra. Are you okay with this?
I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but if he's as crazy as everyone seems to say, I really don't know what we can do for him. This whole thing
Aldous
just,
nods.
it's gross, but I don't.
He nods understandingly.
And after you guys talk, you see several vines come up around him, form into the shape of several faces. You see what seems to be a younger version of his face form out of vines, and then also the Staglord's face just in vines, and they kind of look at each other, and then it all withers and blows away into the dust along with the body, and it's gone.
Druids are creepy. Oh, they're creepy.
No,
she does not.
That's resolved.
She does not
druids
say
are
that.
creepy.
But anyway,
Why not?
it's a powerful moment, and she awes it with the respect it
That's his
deserves.
That's as peaceful a death as he could have hoped for.
When Aldous says that, Jode Capigan's gonna nod in agreement. And he tells you guys you can rest here for the night if you want, and if not, you can just head off.
Thanks.
And actually, he's actually going to ask you guys that if you could ever help. He has no money, but if you could ever direct followers of Aristil or possibly donate supplies to maybe build up this temple, he'd greatly appreciate it.
Aldous
We sent
checks
all our
his
supplies
horse.
the other way.
Wait,
Checks-
we sent all of them because I thought we distributed them between the horses.
I thought it was all.
Wait,
I thought it was all
I
in
thought
a,
yeah.
in a wagon.
I thought we distributed them evenly across horses too.
The bulk of it was on the wagon.
Well, yeah, but
And then an amount on each horse.
Yeah. okay.
It's reasonable. There's
Do
something.
you want to give him an amount of something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have any supplies or any money on, well, if Aldous has any on his horse, he'll
Okay.
probably donate it.
Guys, give him like 100, 200 gold worth of supplies,
That sounds
maybe.
good.
All right. Yeah, just cut that out of the trading goods, I guess.
Some simple
Okay.
tools, furs, food,
Yeah.
stuffs, whatever.
Food, medicine.
He greatly appreciates it, and yeah, and stuff.
I was about to be a dick
And-
and ask Jode how
Yeah.
Boggart has been doing, but anyway. Hey, what about
How who's been doing?
Boggart? Boggart's
Oh
the Boggart.
god,
Oh god.
Boggart the Boggart. I don't think anything's happened to him.
He's still there.
Wait, you guys didn't kill him, did you?
No, we did not
Pretty
kill
sure.
him.
No.
Okay.
Why would you
good,
do
good.
that?
Yeah, and kind of the final thing Judd says to you guys before you leave in the morning or whatever is that Aristil is smiling on you, and that you all seem to have the potential to do great. And then, unless anyone has anything specific,
Rubs
after,
back of neck.
another couple days, everyone's arrived back at Oleg's trading outpost.
What happened? What
And,
happened in the Ziu and Nalrod hour?
Oh yeah.
I'm
See you
sure
now.
they had a
How was
wonderful
that, Richard?
conversation on the way back.
Oh boy.
All right. And all right, and
Chris,
then
is there
yeah.
anything in particular you would have wanted to talk about? Chris?
Chris?
Chris? Oh no.
I might be a little distracted.
Wait, what?
As long as you're catching most of what we're doing, because we're mostly just wrapping up this section.
I've been catching most of it, but for the past 5 minutes, I've been in another world.
Okay.
I'd really appreciate it if you paid attention.
I'm
This thing is short, but it is important.
Yes.
I mean, I was just asking if there was anything in particular Nalrod would have wanted to talk to Ziu about,
When they were alone.
as they were taking the wagon back.
with a
Just
wagon
them.
full of treasure.
I have to ask David a question first
Okay.
because it's something.
Privately or what?
Tick a type a type a
Yeah.
type a type a type a type.
I'll type really fast. I'm sorry. I should
Okay, yeah.
I needed to ask something because I was also what I was doing was research on Alpha.
Yeah, I am to me.
Okay, so anyway, I guess we'll...
Yeah, as you guys arrive back at Oleg's and give him the news about and you give him the news about the Stag Lord and all of that, and deliver Falgrim's sneak to the guard guy who wanted it. And there's much.
Oh wait,
there's.
is it that like that douchey guard?
Well, he stopped being douchey after he found out that we weren't just idiots.
That we were awesome.
That we were awesome.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I think
Well-
these guys might be PCs.
Well, I feel like we should kind of, I don't know.
Does Aldous want to gloat a bit?
Yeah.
All right.
God, does he want to gloat?
And the guy's just like. I guess you guys don't have the Stag Lord's body, but you have all of his gear.
Uh-huh.
Nalrod drinks out of the Stag Lord's helmet.
God.
Aldous just throws the Falgrim Sneed at the guy's feet.
It's really awkward to drink out of because it's
a
shaped
lot of
like
holes in
a
it.
stag skull.
So, let's see. So Keston just sighing. All right, as I agreed, for master of weapons of your choice. And he looks down and sees him breathing. Alive too. Yeah. Full reward. Oh yeah, wait, yeah, actually first he said 2 masterwork weapons, then he notices he's alive. Make that 4. I'm sorry, it just he's
Long day?
Then he just kind of laughs and reaches out to shake, I guess, whoever gave him the body, shake their hand. No. I'm kidding.
Aldous shakes his hand. happily.
Great job, everyone. You've done a good service. I can only hope this area becomes more settled. So
Nalrod shoves everyone back and goes, I'm very glad I could have been of service to you.
Aldous is staring at him oddly.
Yeah, the Ziu looks at him and then tilts his head like you imagine a dog would.
Are you alright now, Rod?
Someone marked down 4 masterwork weapons in their
I did.
inventory, so we don't forget about it.
I
All right.
did.
I think
should
someone
probably
broke
figure that out.
Nalrod.
Nalrod is feeling extra glorious recently.
It must be all that gold. It's like it's like catnip for Nalrod.
He's just high on loot.
Gold is like vitamins for Nalrod.
Ah, indeed.
But seriously now, Rod, are you feeling okay?
Nalrod is feeling all right.
Not glorious?
So
Ziu.
That's
And Nalrod lied. He's feeling fantastically, amazingly glorified and mystical and magical and justice-filled.
all right.
Ziu.
that's a relief.
Ziu, did you do something to him when you were gone?
I don't think so.
He's been acting this way for a while now, though. Ever since the Stag Lord.
We're just like all huddled over talking about Nalrod,
Like in front of him.
just whispering.
Okay, so you're saying, David?
All right. So Oleg, or actually, Keston Garess himself is actually heads to the north to deliver news that you guys have taken out the Stag Lord and explored most of this area. He takes a copy of the map.
Of Aldous' map. Oh god. Why would he take that?
Well, it's actually beautiful.
He's got
Speaking
points
of
in cartography.
which,
It's good.
speaking of which, in case
Oh.
it holds any bearing over what happens to him, the Bogart's place is now titled Chateau Bogart.
Oh my fucking god.
Chateau Bogart.
All right. And then we will,
Along with Buchan's Brew Boutique.
and then the last bit for this session is about nearly a week later in the morning. Whoever's watching above the walls will notice a carriage arrives, and then another and another, and there's like 10 that are completely loaded up, some with tops open with loads of supplies piling out. And one guy who looks very important is going to come and deliver to all of you, and deliver to Oleg first, and then Oleg and his wife are going to make sure all of you are awake and bring you to the front. And the guy holds out a roll, and I guess you'll all read together, as it's titled to all four of you. Be it so known that the bearers of this charter, having delivered the northern reaches of the Greenbelt from the scourge of banditry, having provided detailed maps of the lay of the land, and having done no small amount of work in the exploration of said land and the culling of hostile monsters and indigenous hazards, are hereby granted the right to rule. The nature and laws of rule are theirs to define, and the well-being of this new nation is theirs to protect. In accordance to providing a stable nation to the south of central Rostland, let there be a generous stipend of funds, support, and advice provided to the fledgling nation as a token of Restrov and Brevoy's goodwill, such that future relations between kingdoms might be mutually beneficial. So witnessed under the watchful eye of the lords of Rostov and the authority granted by Lord Releski Surtova, current regent of the Dragonscale throne.
It's a good
What
thing.
was that name?
It's a good thing cameras don't exist yet, because Cassandra's so not dressed for
Vorleski, I
this.
think.
What
Lord-
was that?
I think it was Vorleski.
Lord Releski Surtova,
Okay.
current regent of the Dragonscale throne. Yes, this charter seems to say that this area is to be colonized and ruled by you four.
Ziu just looks to them and is like, us? Rulers?
He nods.
Pokes ear as if blockage, hurting her ability to hear.
And then
I-
Ziu is
I
going to
wasn't-
listen, and then Ziu is going to look up at Nalrod and just say, us? Rulers?
And Nalrod looks back and goes, "Indeed."
Cassandra's going to sit. She's going to sit somewhere.
I could see you kids doing a good job.
All right. Then the guy who delivered the message is going to just when you question him say, Rossland requires a safe southern border and an ally, but we cannot send our own agents to create a nation here, as we would aggravate Isia as appearing to make blatant land grabs. Therefore, in trade for our help and your right to rule, you will become an ally and help us to settle this land.
Ah, yes, the true purpose of our charter.
Why couldn't we have
Even
just
though-
been drafted? That would be so much easier.
Nalrod is a king
no.
now. He bows to no man.
Please don't be confused. The Lord Surtova does believe in your ability to rule, and and you do have permission to build up this country as much as you wish.
And he recognizes our sovereignty?
Yes.
Then we are to be our own kingdom and not simply a vassal state.
As and we will provide help to build this new kingdom as long as you remain allies.
Is this politics? Is this what this feels like? Cassandra's just still shell-shocked.
And that's where we'll end this epilogue. And that was the very opening to Rivers Run Red.
Okay, I know the adventure path is fucking called Kingmaker, but what the shit? What?
I mean, you had to expect this, but then just actually it happening
I can't
just
think of
feels different.
I can't think of four. Okay, maybe three worse people for this to happen with.
Lord Ziu.
Ah,
Yes.
Well, I mean, as unseriously as you guys might take your characters,
I know.
you guys are really competent. Like, I mean, I know it's what the adventure path's supposed to be, but your guys' characters are like.
But as
like,
PCs
I
in a
mean,
campaign, we're
Cassandra-
fucking, we're freaking chosen ones, basically. But still,
Oh, yeah. If anything, Ziu and Cassandra are kind of young, but I mean, Cassandra is like incredibly honorable. Won't kill unless completely necessary, and you know the rest of you are somewhat like that. And of course, there's Nalrod.
and well, there's your ubiquitous
The true
Nalrod.
king.
Your
He brings
universal
the glory.
Nalrod is the glorious figurehead.
Uh,
of the kingdom.
Also, someone marked down that there are that you've been delivered 5,000 gold, along with supplies and pioneers that accumulate to or equivalent to 50 build points, which you'll find out what those are
Oh.
soon.
mechanics.
And you guys should start thinking about what you might want to name this and where you might want to build and what kind of, you know, who you want to rule, since basically,
Nalrodia.
you know, you guys can't be in charge of everything, just all four of you.
Yeah.
Please
fact-
don't name the country Nalrodia.
No, don't name it Nalrodia.
Like the song.
He already has a national anthem picked out.
Oh god.
Yes.
Anyway, any kind of
It goes
possible plans?
Actually, it sounds more like this.
Anyway. Anyway. Guys, real quick, I actually do have the available roles for the kingdom that I looked up a long time ago.
Man,
If
you've
you want
been
me to
you've
read
been
them out,
slower.
just so you can think about which ones you might want to be.
God, what is
Can I be
Cassandra
a
even
king?
going to do in
Is
this?
there a king or an official figurehead? Because I'll take out
Is that okay if I read those, David?
Rolls.
Let's go ahead and we can start talking about this outside of the session. But let's finish this mini session for now.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm gonna. Okay, wow, what? Oh my god, this is. Okay. Anyway,
So the leadership roles, which I can read out, are
Okay.
should I read the descriptions for all of them?
should I stop the recording or?
Wait, I mean, I guess you guys need to do this now. It's okay, but I mean, I really want to be here for this, but I do have to wake up at 7 in the morning and take care of the
Oh
dog.
yeah,
Yeah,
Go
we're
ahead.
done.
Yeah,
go ahead
let's-
and go to sleep.
Goodbye.
We're just
everyone.
bye.
Night.
Okay, but well, catch me up because I do need to know this. Obviously.
Yeah, we will catch you up. We're just
Say
going
goodbye
to, you
so
know,
I can
because
turn off the recording.
Bye.
yeah.
Yay!